Hey, listen, the main thing I want this podcast to be about, okay, is about us being friends, all right, and we fucking love guns. This is a video that I was talking about, fellas.
Okay.
So, can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
So Charlemagne the God, I think he's on T.I.'s podcast, or maybe this is Charlemagne's. I don't know whose podcast this is, but just listen to this.
The school administrators and parents are on the table to be charged. Shouldn't we be able to hold gun manufacturers accountable as well?
I think the gun manufacturers is a step too far because again, there are guns that are purchased legally that are made for good reasons, and so. In the same way that, the analogy people always use is the car, right? Can you hold Ford responsible if somebody takes a car and hurts people? Can you hold a liquor company responsible if someone drinks themselves to death? I mean, there is a limit to where I think responsibility needs to end. I think the manufacturers is too far.
So what about the stores then? Because if like to your point about the keys, right? If I'm a kid and I go in there to buy an AK-47, shouldn't somebody behind the counter ask some questions?
Well, and especially if you as a store have not followed the rules that are in place, then I think there needs to be a big crackdown on that. But and to the extent that there
Not
are
legally
rules in place
anyway.
that say you need to be doing good vetting of people, make sure there are good rules that say you need to do good vetting of people.
I would love to experience this level of freedom because I know if I were to go into a gun store and ask for any type of firearm or ammunition.
So basically he's saying is because he's black, if he goes in there to buy a firearm, they're going to be like, oh, no, you can't buy it.
People would be notified immediately.
Well, that's because of your record, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
See,
If you
and
had a
then
clean
he tells
record,
him, Charlemagne tells him, he's like, well, you got a record, so you need to shut the fuck up. And that's what made me really mad when I heard this.
Yes.
Because he's acting like just because of his skin color, he can't just go in and buy an AK-47 if he can legally buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just trying to freaking race bait as usual.
Yeah.
And then of all people, this clown, let me bring his bitch-made face back up.
if you had a clean record, I think they wouldn't bother you. Maybe. Well, that's because of your record,
Right
though.
there.
Actually speaking
T.I.'s
too, man.
T.I.'s, I know, and then even Charlemagne was like, you have a record, dude. But T.I. literally got caught with automatic illegal weapons. That there was a sting operation because he was buying up a shit ton of illegal weapons. And he is talking about how if I go to a gun store, motherfucker, you bought a bunch of illegal guns. You didn't have to go to a gun store. You didn't even have to go pass a background check. You were buying those to murder somebody.
Yeah.
To murder somebody. And this is the guy that's talking about about gun control. What are your like? Let's finish it off.
Yeah, if you had a clean record, I think they wouldn't bother you. Maybe. You think?
Dude, his face. You should play the TikTok video.
All right, and then I made this TikTok video right here.
Damn, that hairline, man.
I know
It's sexy.
It's leaving, bro. It's leaving.
All right, LeBron.
You got a sexy hairline.
Why the fuck isn't it playing? Don't tell me this.
I can't talk, man. Look at my head, Dimitri. Don't feel bad, man.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe.
Report today that details what we have uncovered.
Do you think they removed it?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, I watched that guy too, right there. Aaron Wilkins.
It looks like it's. Here we go.
I would love to experience this level of freedom because I know if I were to go into a gun store.
So I want everybody to see this video, and this is why I'm stitching it. T.I. is acting like he doesn't have this personal freedom. The reason why this man does not have his personal freedom is because he's a felon, and he actually committed gun crimes. And this guy has the audacity to say how he wishes he can have this personal freedom, that he could just walk into a gun store. Where did you get all your guns from, T.I.? You got your guns illegally, and you got caught. So you gave up this right because you committed a felony. And you're talking about personal freedoms. Any regular person would be in jail for the crimes that you committed, bro. But you're out and you're still bitching. Go fuck yourself, you fucking asshole.
I would
I like
tore
your shirt,
him a new
man.
one.
I like that shirt, man.
What's up, Becca? Becca's in the chat.
What's up,
Yo, what's
Becca?
up, Becca? Yo, I wish we could get like a
Hold on,
bunch
should
of
we be
people to
saying
tag
people names
him.
in here?
But yeah, so like basically, you have asshole clown celebrities like T.I. First of all, he's race baiting. He's talking about gun control. He is literally the reason why there should even be gun control, because he's buying illegal guns. So obviously, T.I., you know gun control doesn't work because you couldn't buy a gun and you still bought guns. And then on top of everything else, you bought automatic weapons. Those citizens can't even buy those weapons. And this dude is talking about gun control.
You sure they were automatics, man?
It's T.I.
I mean, listen, he's like a fucking bitch. He weighs 120 pounds. So that has nothing to do with automatic weapons. I don't know if they're automatic.
You know how they be flexing?
But he still bought illegal guns.
Yeah. The point is they were
caught.
illegal.
Exactly. So obviously gun control doesn't work. It doesn't. Because if it did work, T.I. would not be able to buy those guns illegally. Period.
And there would be no crime.
Exactly.
Or gun crime.
So I mean, what are your thoughts on that whole ordeal? Shoot.
I see. My thing is, I feel like a lot of the celebrities that are under pressure. Number one,
True International
I'm
under
not saying
pressure.
this for T. Yeah, True International under pressure. No, but I feel like they're under a lot of pressure to talk about gun control, because I feel like they're even. I'm not saying this is the case for T.I. It might be. But I know that if they don't talk about certain things like this, then, you know, it's kind of like...
They won't get any views. If they don't race bait...
When I go in a gun store, man, they try to sell me everything they can.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're half white, Rob.
Yeah, you're mixed.
They want me to spend
They can
as
see the
much
white in
money
you.
as I possibly can. And then smile while they taking my money. You know what I mean? And I gladly spend it. I ain't gonna lie, I gladly spend it. But yeah, man, like I don't feel like I haven't been racially profiled in a gun store. They just see me as an asshole like everybody else do, man.
Go ahead, Austin. What were you saying?
Oh no, like I said, I was just saying like the same thing with, you know, a lot of other celebrities. If they don't talk about it, then they don't stay in, you know,
in the loop.
In the scene.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So while because he had those charges, he might actually feel like, you know, there's a race situation and people are being racist, when obviously any bit of research you'd find a lot of, you know, big time black creators that have big gun channels and, you know, do a lot of competition shooting and are very well known. But, you know, he might feel that way, but he also might just be trying to, you know, keep his name out there and keep people looking at him.
He's trying to stay relevant, yeah.
Yeah, because his music sucks.
So it's just, you know, I feel like a lot of celebrities are doing that. Just like
I still use T.I. samples in my music.
Right. I'm thinking music sucks, but
me personally,
just like that one dude. What's that talk show radio guy that was the judge on America's Got Talent? What's his name? The crazy hair guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? I can't remember. But
I know who you're talking about. He's got the curly hair.
Yeah, but that dude has been like a career like woman objectifier. Like this dude has been a career misogynist his entire life, you know. And when Roe v. Wade got overturned, he started talking about how that was, you know, terrible and against women's rights and everything. You know, like people say what they need to
Howard
stay
Stern.
in, Howard Stern, yeah.
I don't understand why people try to compare getting an abortion to you being able to carry a gun.
Well,
I was seeing it fit for us to defend ourselves and carry a gun, not to get abortion.
Yeah, and it's the world is just going to shit. But you know, not to get too far off topic. But,
yeah, exactly.
You know.
No, keep talking about it. You're making some good points.
I was just saying. not to get too far off topic, but yeah, like I said, it's just to go on what you said, Rob. Though, they grab at any chance they can to like these people grab at any chance they can, and it's been the same thing historically. You know, people reach for whatever they can to make a point. You know, and so that's their whole thing, is why they compare owning guns, because it's something that they don't like, and obviously abortion is something we don't like. So they're trying to compare themselves as, well, you get to have your guns, why can't we have our abortions?
I don't care if someone, like, that's something they have to deal with, man. That's something their conscience have to deal with. I don't care if you know what I mean, man. I know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Well, so one of the things that when the LAPD or whoever gives out the concealed carry permits in California, when they accidentally put out the list of every single person that had a concealed carry,
Accidentally,
like
in New York.
Yeah, a lot of the people that concealed carried were celebrities, were millionaires. So these people not only have a better lifestyle, they're part of the 1% of America. But on top of everything else, because they're part of the 1%, they can have the right to defend themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or hire armed guards.
Well, see, that's different. So that's one of the things. I don't know if TI has like personal security staff. I don't know, but if he does, I'm pretty sure those guys aren't just going around with a flashlight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's for sure.
They are not going around with a flashlight. Exactly.
Top flight security.
No matter what state they're in.
Exactly. So therefore, he's talking again about, because of his skin color, he can't get AK-47, whatever. All right, but he potentially has the money to hire security for him to be protected. So therefore, even though he's a felon, he can still afford private security to protect his life. The common person can't afford that. So the only thing that we have is the right for us to take it upon ourselves and protect our friends, our families, especially when we go out, especially in our homes. You know what I mean? Because T.I., I'm pretty sure, as you know, as gangster as he is, doesn't live in the hood anymore. He lives somewhere.
A gated community, probably.
Yeah, a gated community
with white people.
Very safe, that's very safe, right next to the BLM people.
Oh
you
yeah.
Know what I mean,
Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Beverly Hills, whatever the hell they live at. They have a bunch of money. Very, very small crime. No poverty, which the main reason why there is high crime in the inner cities is because of poverty. So he's completely out of poverty, and he doesn't have to worry about any of these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, and like you were saying about how a lot of the people that had their carry permits and everything, if it's not celebrities, it's most likely also their armed guards. You know, like it's people that have like reasons like that, like, you know, that need the weapon. So if it's not the celebrities, it's people that are guarding them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, but what I was going to say is, I'm pretty sure that when you hire private security, they have to be a business license. You know what I mean?
I'm all retired police.
Exactly. So they have a business license, so therefore they get their wearing carries. Josh, your camera is jacked.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's so sorry.
Wake up.
But yeah, so they have a business license. So part of their business is they're going to protect people. So therefore they need a gun. So it's easy for them to get this because, you know, obviously if you have a private security business, of course you're going to need a gun.
Yeah.
Again, you're not going to go around with flashlights trying to defend the person that's paying you a good amount of money. I'm guessing. I don't know how much money they charge. And I would like to think if you're going to put your life on the line privately and follow this person everywhere they go,
charging a lot.
Yeah, you're going to charge them a good amount of money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's really annoying. It's getting to the point now that every time I hear these like rich, well-off people talk about gun control and how it needs to be harder for somebody to get a gun. It needs to have a more in-depth background check. Like, in Maryland, when you get your concealed carry, they fingerprint you. They take your fingerprints and put you in a criminal database. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had my fingerprints.
Your mental health is checked?
Yeah. If you went to a loony bin, what is it, in the last year or something like that? Or is it 90 days?
No, it doesn't matter. If you ever been there in your life, if you have been deemed mentally unstable, you can't get one. But people that don't have a gun say they should do mental checks, but they already do. But
yeah,
do they?
People like
hold on,
we need without knowledge.
No, so we need to look that up because let's see.
Look what up? Like, I know from experience they ask you about that.
Well, no, I know they ask you on the paper, but I don't know if they go for what it is. Let's see. Josh, you're a better Googler than me, bro. Can you do it? Josh?
Yeah, sorry, I got you. Yep.
Yeah, because you're a better Googler than I'm is. Let me give you the right to share. Multiple.
Josh is a professional Google person.
Yeah, he's young, and then he knows how to type. I still type with 2 fingers.
I'm the youngest, right? So I mean, if you're going off of that, then.
But you look
I'm stupid.
like you're 92.
You're out of your element, Austin.
I'm stupid. You can just say it.
You're not stupid, Austin. You're a very smart young man that was not trying to get his wife pregnant.
Yeah.
I still believe, and this is for all the people out there that agree. You can fuck yourself, because I still believe that you can not actively try to have a baby and not try to stop from having a baby. Just letting the world do its thing, letting God do its thing, his thing.
That's not how it works.
I feel like that is.
That's not how it works, though.
I feel like it's exactly how it works.
It's
you could actively try.
You either
but
drip it. You either drip it in or you drip it out. Dripping it out means no baby. Dripping it in means baby.
Okay, so you're saying so you're saying that if a drunk college kid goes and hooks up with a drunk college girl, and
drips it in,
and gets a little loose and doesn't put on his protection, and they get pregnant and have a baby, they were actively trying for a baby.
Yes.
Yeah,
every time you have sex. Every time you have sex, you are potentially making a baby.
See,
unless
I do
you
agree.
Take precautions.
I do agree on the sense that, in that way, but it to the extent to where not everyone is feels the same way. Because I was actually getting in the same argument with a person. I'm not going to name names.
Is this your truth, Austin? Not the actual truth? This is your truth?
This is my truth. Right, this is my truth. This is my truth.
Is
but
it the truth or is it the truth?
I got into an argument with someone, okay, and they were saying that sex is not for making babies, okay, and I said that's fucking wrong. Like that's stupid. That's wrong. No, sex is for making babies. That's the whole point of sex.
Yeah.
While yes, it does.
Good.
Yeah. While yes, it does feel good. The whole point of sex is to make babies. Okay, that's why every animal in this world that conceives like a human that has sex does it for the purpose of mating. Us and dolphins are the only 2 species out there that somehow found out that like you could have fun while having sex, and it doesn't have to just be for making babies. But no, the whole purpose for it is making babies. But you could also go and not
find anything.
Actively try.
Okay.
Okay, and that is my truth.
Okay.
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead.
Here's a couple things. This says this is from Giffords.
Gifford?
Yeah.
Gifford?
Yes, Giffords.org Law Center.
That's a joke.
This says, to be effective, background checks rely on a search of complete and accurate records to identify people who are legally prohibited from accessing guns. From ActiveScreening.com, some people, doctors are not legally required to share health information to the state about people's mental health issues. However, not all of the information is off limits. There are exceptions to every rule, but stepping over this line might have serious penalties. Director of Compliance for Active Screening, Benton Mobley, says he's never seen anything like a mental health record in the normal course of employment and/or tenant screening. It would have to be a criminal charge or something else that is listed on a public index, like a criminal record or evictions records. Additionally, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA, may frown on mental records being accessed in the normal course of employment screening. Because I never had to, like, when I bought a gun here in Texas, I'm pretty sure there was no questions about mental health on that form.
Well, that's Texas.
I know it's different. Even in Maryland, though. I just showed my ID. I didn't do any forms.
Yeah, I don't remember doing it in Maryland either.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did,
Yeah,
Josh.
fill out information, and that's what. Well, they don't let you take the paperwork with you, but one of the questions is, have you ever been deemed mentally, not mentally unstable, but
No,
mentally.
But by asking somebody mentally unstable if they are mentally stable kind of is like defeats the purpose of the if they are mentally unstable.
Yes, but if you lie on that form, it's a felony.
Yeah.
So if you get caught, it's a felony. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you got arrested while you were losing your shit, and then, you know, obviously that stayed on your record, and that comes up on your background check. But one of the final question of that whole questionnaire is, have you answered all of these questions truthfully?
Yeah.
So if you lied that you have a felony on there, then you just caught another felony because you just lied on a federal document.
Two
or a state
felonies.
document. Yeah. So it's a felony to lie on that thing. Now, that doesn't mean that someone is not going to lie.
Or they, you know, maybe they won't even get caught. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
How many firearms are sold annually, you know, in the U.S.? I don't know, but I'm sure it's a lot, especially after Biden got in office. The day Biden was sworn in, the gun stores were packed. Yeah, packed and empty, yeah.
Well, especially because of COVID. During COVID.
Yeah, that too.
That everyone started buying a freaking gun.
Ammo was nowhere to be found.
Hey, T.I. and a lot of those people were African Americans, and they did not get judged when they went to go buy that. And
women too.
Yeah. Yeah, but
actually,
so, like on the concealed carry thing, in Maryland, in Montgomery County right now, they're trying to pass a law that they're going to try to make every single public space a gun-free zone.
I saw that, places of public assembly and all that.
Yep. And then this also includes off-duty and retired police. Actually, the off-duty part, I'm not sure of. I might have just...
Yeah, even with... No, people that have Maryland State police issued identifications or, you know, carry permits. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are banned too. Like, those don't give you any leeway.
Yeah, so I don't know. People are just fucking dumb. I'm tired of dealing with these people.
I hear people uncomfortable with what I do and how I do it, man.
Well, the thing is, they're trying to stop gun crimes.
But that's not going to stop it.
But they're stopping the people that are legally owning these guns.
And the thing is, they know that it's not going to stop gun crime. The people passing this legislation, they know that.
Yeah.
But the people don't, and they think it's going to make a difference, and they just want their votes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why are they making it easy on the criminals?
They want lawlessness.
Look at. I know this is used a lot, but if you look at places like Mexico, okay, Mexico guns are basically banned. You can get them, but it's very, very hard. Okay.
Okay.
You have the cartel that runs the country. It's one of the most corrupt, countries out there, right? Am I wrong on that?
Yeah.
And the cartel basically runs the country, and they run the guns. There was a video out a few years ago, right, when what was it, Pablo Escobar's son got arrested. A bunch of cartel members went out and killed a bunch of cops with guns in Mexico. I've seen the video too, and they basically just blasted away, like, I think it was like 6 cops or something like that. And that state has very strict gun laws as far as everyday people.
Yeah.
Okay, you're never going to get rid of guns in this country, ever. You're just going to get rid of the legal guns in this country. And a lot of people that own guns are just going to basically turn into criminals, in the sense to where I know a lot of people that aren't going to turn their guns in if they ever do get banned.
Of course.
So then you're going to take good law-abiding people and make them felons, because you want to turn this into a lawless country, basically, because that's what's going to happen when you ban guns in this country.
They want you to depend on the government.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, and especially so the places where they have those registries, like you were talking about, Dimitri, California, where the information is leaked. Like, hey, here's the address and name of every person who owns a firearm.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Hey, now the criminals know. I know not to go to that house.
Or they know to go to that house to get guns.
Exactly.
That too, yeah. I mean, honestly, anything goes. The law does not matter to criminals.
Yeah, and then the liberals, and the Democrats will say, well, if you were a responsible gun owner and you locked up your guns, then if somebody broke into your house, then they can't steal your guns. But then it's like, okay, so I have a gun safe in my house, let's say, right? And I have all my guns locked up in there, but I only have a couple. The gun safe isn't huge. I have it anchored to the ground, right? Now, it's not that hard to potentially yank that safe or get into that safe and steal all the guns.
Appreciate you, man.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and if you want to get like a really safe one, you got to spend like thousands and thousands of dollars for like a really high-end one.
How many guns disappear out of the ATF? Have y'all ever looked at the counts on that?
No, I haven't.
I'm about to send the link.
Like, out of the ATF possession?
Yeah. You remember I sent y'all this on YouTube. I think Josh, Dimitri, I don't know about you, Austin.
Well,
somebody got caught selling guns and everything from the ATF.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, there was actually there's a lady that's on National Geographic. I forgot her name, but she was doing gun running and how they take guns from the United States and get them into Mexico. And the guy from the cartel that was in the United States buying illegal guns, he said that I bought this whole arsenal in front of him. There was AR-15s, there was shotguns, there was handguns, there was revolvers. There was a bunch of guns in front of him. He's like, I bought all of this from from an LAPD cop.
Yeah.
You
I gotcha.
Cool. Okay.
Let me talk about all the rocket launchers I have and all the weapons.
Oh, and one of Feltz, one of the guys who I was stationed with, he pointed out that some people who buy guns, some of them have not actually been diagnosed with a mental illness. So a lot of people have not, they slip through the cracks because of that very reason. So But yeah, there's just a couple people in the chat. What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
And that's why.
Glad
And that's
you're
why
here.
if the red flag laws were actually used in like a proper way, I feel like they could be a very good source that we have if they're used in the proper channels.
Woo, 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 woo.
No, so Austin, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I think the red flag laws, if they are implemented in a better stature, I know personally somebody that was affected by their
Me too.
by a red flag law. Someone that he knew lied and basically called 911 and said, this person is threatening. I'm sorry. She said she was scared for her life because this person had weapons.
What state was that?
I was here in Maryland.
Oh, in Maryland. Okay.
Yeah. So, this person didn't even have to provide any kind of evidence.
Okay.
Nothing. All she did was call 911, say this, and then next thing you know, the cops show up at this person's house. They wouldn't even let him in his own house. He had to tell them where his guns were.
That's not right.
They confiscated everything.
I feel
Then
like that's
he
not
had
legal.
to go. Well, with the red flag laws, it is. Then, after all of this, no evidence was presented that this man was threatening this young lady's life. That, he has every right to have these, but just because she said she was scared for her life, they took him. Then he had to go to court, pay lawyer fees and all this stuff to get them back. And then when he did get them back, the person that accused him, nothing happened to him.
Yeah.
They just
And that's
went
why I
on
said
without their life.
And that's what I said. If they're implemented properly, if there actually are checks and balances, like I can't just call and say, I feel like you are unsafe to own a firearm. Like I have to be able to, like you said, prove it. I feel like red flag laws could be a good thing for this country because there are circumstances to where they are good. Like yeah, and that's my point. If I feel like, say, Rob, if I feel like you truly should not own a firearm, you are a danger to yourself and others. If I truly felt that way, I should be able to call, but I shouldn't be able to call because you owe me $20 and didn't pay me back, and now I'm mad at you.
You'd have to prove it, yeah.
And nothing happens to the people that get caught in this lie, man.
Well, there's another thing.
That's what he's saying, Rob.
Yeah. And another thing, and this can be a topic for another day. In some cases, and I've experienced this not personally, but I know people who have experienced this kind of thing, and it's that in some cases the police are more willing to take the word of a female over the male, especially if it's like a relationship. And
some cases, every case, every
last
one of them.
Okay.
When it comes to domestic violence, when it comes to being threatened,
it's whatever the woman is calling about. Like she could lie and say anything if she wanted to.
I could say not,
and they're gonna believe her. And it sucks for the dudes. And I know a very personal friend of mine had gone through that while in the Army. And not only did he get reprimanded through the Army, but he also got reprimanded, from the state. So it's twice over. So that's just not fair either. And it was all sorted out in court later, but yeah.
And nothing happened to her, right?
No.
She just
went on her way.
Even though he got screwed.
They divorced.
Cheers.
Gazur.
Gazur b'chiri mutit.
No, like I was saying, I feel like...
Damn, I miss you guys.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, no, like I said, I feel like implemented properly, they are a good resource to have.
That's the church I go to, Gateway.
Gateway. But yeah, man.
You get your water, Austin.
Yeah. So all right. I'm gonna stop recording.
Okay.
Recording stopped.
You guys want to?
Oh
You
yeah.
guys want to start another one?
Yeah, we got like a minute left.
Yeah, I got pee.
Okay. All right, let's do that. I'm gonna
Oh shit.
switch stream to be right back, and we're gonna start a new meeting.
I just spoke through.
Bear with us, everybody. It's gonna be we'll get to a point where we don't have to take these hiatuses and just go as long as we want.
Yeah, no.
I can't wait till we're all in the same room together. That's like the end goal. Like everybody
Yeah.
in the same room,
That means we made it.
hella cameras, just like we're good, bro. Like
A whole pod lab.
Joshies.
Wesley Snipes is on the back wall holding a gun and a badge.
Hey, September. Me and my wife are coming down to Texas, bro. We got to do a podcast.
Yes.
While we're down there.
Yes.
Hey,
Do 2A Brothers, you are now the host.
there you go. But yeah, hey, let me know when you are going, because I'll try to plan a trip for that time too. Because I know I've been wanting to start making more trips down there, especially with the baby now. You know.
Hey, I have dates. Sean's coming.
Am I a host?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're host now. Yeah. They reserved a bed and breakfast.
Oh really?
Yeah, for July.
I was gonna reserve a couch.
Yes, you can reserve a couch, whatever you want, man. You
No,
can
I'm
reserve
kidding.
some hardwood floor. You can reserve the
Yeah.
shitty Lila apartment floor if you
Yeah.
want.
Lila.
That's the name of the
already
apartment complex.
I already reserved that floor.
You've been
It's a
reserved
very
that
nice-
floor. You
it's a-
reserved
it's a
that
very-
couch.
It's a very nice floor, I will say.
Yeah. Okay. Couch is, the floor is built in the 90s.
Recording in progress.
Okay, recording's in progress. We gotta leave.
It sucks because you can't sneak that bitch in. It lets everybody know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way, if we got pro, maybe there's a way to bypass that, or other than that, just starting the recording before the live broadcast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, so
Bitches and
March,
shit,
yeah,
leftovers and tricks.
the lease ends in March. Looking for a home, and at least 2 acres. So
Yeah.
Oh.
that's the minimum. The minimum 2 acres.
Is
Where are you looking at?
East Texas, outside of San Antonio, outside 1604. The
like
From
near
San
Houston?
Antonio are you gonna be?
I mean, from like central downtown, probably only like 15 minutes. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
not that big of a city. Yeah, it's really small.
so like where I totaled my truck at.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Except a little bit closer than that. It's not an hour, that's for sure, but it's like Converse or shirts. Like, it's closer to Randolph Air Force Base.
You guys. So
I don't
you
think- I don't
looking
think it's
for a
pronounced
house,
shirts.
Joshy?
What's that?
Are you looking for a house?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Yeah.
Good job,
I don't
man.
think it's
Yeah.
don't think it's pronounced shirts.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's pronounced. I'm trying to look at which one you're talking about, because I'm pretty sure it's pronounced something else.
Oh, well, it's SCHERTZ.
SCHERTZ. Yeah, I don't think it's pronounced shirts.
Dark.
That's just how I read it. So, or Converse, except it's not. It's outside of 1604. So, But yeah, so the plan, the end goal is to have enough land where my parents can have a house, Tony and his family can have a house, we can have a house, and whoever else wants a house can have a house or whatever, or trailer, anything. It doesn't really matter as long as they're comfortable where they're living.
And I gotta say, I was actually wrong.
Like a whole compound.
You're talking about a ranch, Josh.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about a compound.
A ranch has livestock.
I was gonna say, I'm actually wrong. It is pronounced shirts. I was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't honestly. I didn't know. So
I was thinking of something else.
Well, stop thinking that shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places I don't know how to pronounce. Like.
Yeah, the pronunciation.
I still don't even know if Wurzbach is pronounced Wurzbach.
Yeah, like Bernie.
Or Bernie.
Bernie, Texas is like spelled really weird.
I thought it was pronounced Born.
Yeah, but because it's Borne, but it's Bernie. Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't wait to have you guys here. It's a great place to live.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah. Really nice place. And you know, it's Texas.
Yeah.
So bring all your guns.
You know, I meant to mention this earlier. So it was like a while ago, I think like a week or two ago, I was seeing this thing about like women buying up like mace and knives.
Yeah, dude.
Over near like A&M. Yeah, because there was like a serial rapist going around there, and all these women were like, yeah. No, that was before. Yeah.
You said it was you.
No, that was the last time there was a serial rapist. But no, and then this one woman on TikTok was like, "You guys live in Texas, get a gun." Like, you guys live in Texas, just get a gun. Like, make it easy for yourself.
Hey, one time,
More
rapists, right?
Go to Twitch.
Yeah.
One encounter with a gun, no rapist.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if he gets maced, he's still gonna try again. You know, he might be a little more careful
down
next
to
time.
the socks.
Like, he might be a little more careful next time, but he's still gonna make another attempt at that. Like, one gun and you're done. You know.
One gun and done.
So on a lighter note and no rapist, my wife just sent me this little snippet. She's keeping track of these like weird contractions that she's having right now.
Okay.
And they're about 5 minutes, 4 minutes, but they're like very regular. Sometimes they go up to like 7 minutes.
So for the follow. I really appreciate that.
About to pop, man. She about to
I
pop.
don't know, man. I'm
God bless you,
excited,
brother.
Bro.
Dude, yeah, you might be having it by the end of this week. Like
Hopefully, it'd be great if you could join us one day.
Dude, that would be
Join us
freaking
one day.
awesome.
We'll invite you.
We'll have another son tomorrow.
Join the podcast.
I hope so.
Because real quick, you know, 5
I know
to 7
you got some
minutes
wisdom
is,
to pass on to everybody.
Well, hang on real quick. 5 to 7 minutes is generally when like you start going into labor. You know that, right?
Yeah, but she's not having like actual hard contractions. She's having like these. She has a bunch of pressure in her stomach right now. Her stomach.
They're not going to be
really
hard contractions at first. Like at first, like I know for my wife, like they weren't very hard contractions. Like she was still able to, you know, walk downstairs and do normal functions. Like they're not going to be, But
no, I know, but
like
they're not.
She cleaned the house while having contractions 5 to 7 minutes apart after her water broke.
Oh.
And we were in labor.
Dimitri,
you know?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Can you just share, enable screen sharing? Okay, sorry.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, so 5 to 7 minutes, like, dude, you might be going to the hospital tonight, maybe. Like,
that'd be
you
so
gonna
cool.
have a new son tomorrow, Dimitri.
dude, I would say probably most likely before Monday you're gonna be in the hospital.
Oh, that looks nice.
I hope so,
Josh.
because
I see what you were talking about.
Because on Monday I'm supposed to be freaking going back to Virginia. It's like 2 hours away from my house.
You got some training?
Oh, shoot.
No, I got more freaking work.
Oh, some jobs.
Like this week I worked, I don't even know, like 56 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And like 5 hours. So Friday I have 5 hours of total drive time and 9 hours on site. And then it's basically like 4 hours every day of just driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
So-
Josh, are you talking about that part being kind of like fuzzy like that?
I'm talking about this part that's like it looks like it's 3D when it first comes out of the A. It shouldn't. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that.
So let me ask you this: is it like constantly between 5 to 7 minutes? Like, is it consistently like 5 to 7 minutes generally?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all need to go to the hospital like tonight.
No, shut up, Austin. Her water hasn't even broke. Dude, she's
It
not
doesn't
having
matter.
Austin, she's not having actual contractions. She has a bunch of pressure on her stomach, and then every so often she has like almost like Braxton Hicks. Josh, that you fucked up.
Okay, 1 second. We're gonna edit this out, Maddie. Okay, like contractions, like 5 to 7 minutes apart. Okay, they're not extremely serious, just a lot of pressure. Wasn't that what you were experiencing when we were going to the hospital? They weren't like hard contractions, just a lot of pressure.
Sure, and that's not the
And
pressure.
we were in labor going to the hospital, right? So if his wife is having contractions 5 to 7 minutes apart, no, but if they're having contractions 5 to 7 minutes apart, they should probably go at least to the hospital, right?
Yeah, but if they're not regular, they're just gonna send us back home. They're not just gonna keep her in there.
What do you? Okay, when you say regular, like when I'm saying regular, I mean like they're constantly 5 to 7 minutes apart.
Okay.
You know, maybe 9 minutes. You know, every now and then.
All right, Nige. She 8:25, 8:30, 8:36, 8:40, 8:41, 8:43, 8:47, 8:57, 8:59.
Those are regular
9:06.
contractions.
Coño, man, no, they're not. Stop fucking with me right now.
Dude, those are regular. Those are within 5 to 10 minutes apart. Those are regular contractions. You need to go to the hospital tonight to at least check. Dude, you're about to have a baby.
Thinking about it. Dimitri's thinking
Dude,
about it.
My wife is texting me.
Dude, you're about to have a baby, okay? Like the contractions are regular. What are you talking about? Those are between 5 to 10 minutes apart every time. Every 5 to 10 every 5 to 10 minutes. Just because they're not super powerful, Braxton Hicks contractions are like irregular, okay? Like super irregular, right? Am I wrong? They're like random. Okay, that's not Braxton. Those are real contractions. She's going into labor. No, it's just a lot of pressure. Yeah, but you were able to. You were having them 5 to 7 minutes apart. Yeah, your water broke and you were cleaning the house and you were having contractions every 7 minutes. Like, dude, I'm telling you, you need to go to the hospital tonight. Your wife is going into labor.
Well, we'll see if her water breaks or if they get any stronger.
Dude, I'm telling you, you're gonna have your kid by Monday.
My prayers are with you.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm telling you, he's gonna have his son. He's gonna have his son tomorrow, man.
Bro, because the first kid, she got induced, so we didn't go through any of this stuff. Like, her water didn't break. None of that stuff. Like, she had high blood pressure, so, like, I took her to the doctor.
Pregnancy is different.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing is, so with the first kid, it was like, oh, I have to go to the hospital because my blood pressure's high. I have to get induced because it's not safe for the baby and for her. So we just went there, and then we were at the hospital for like 5 freaking days, dude.
Damn.
Of her getting induced, and then like they finally like broke her water. Never broke. They had to go in there and break it, and then like that was around like 9-10 o'clock at night, and then at like I think my son was born at 101 or 104 or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, like we didn't have. I never had a.
I'm telling you,
Hey, Josh,
because like I said, I'm telling you, she's going into labor.
Yo,
that's cool.
Okay, like,
and I'm home.
Like I said, so the doctors, they'll send you home if the contractions aren't like 5 to 7 minutes apart. But if she's having contractions that are actively 5 to 7 minutes apart consistently, they're not going to send her home. She's going into labor.
Sorry, what are you asking? I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, what was Ben's portrait?
Oh, it's the drawing that I did.
Oh.
Here, I'm sending, so to the chat, I am sending the new, the one I just finished.
The new.
The new. 2A Brotherhood new is the portrait for the one that's behind Rob's face. I just fixed it after seeing an error in it.
Can you email it to Nigel?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Hey,
So
Josh, can you tell me how to find it again? I remember you told me the last time. I don't remember.
If you're looking at Zoom, at the bottom, it'll say like participants, chat, share screen, record, reactions, apps. If you go to chat, if you click on chat, it'll pop up on the side and you'll see my file. If not, then I'm about to email it to all of you guys.
Yeah, I see it right here. Yep.
Save.
Austin Beeler.
How do I make it my background again, man?
Peek. Go down to settings. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, stop video. And then it says choose virtual background.
And how did I find out where it was again, Josh?
Just click on that.
Wherever you downloaded it. I mean, I'm about to email it to you guys also, just so you know.
So I went to the chat. I don't see it on here.
Okay.
Unless you sent it in a different chat.
Well,
yeah, no, I didn't see it.
Fellas, y'all have a great night. I'm going to go maybe have a baby.
Dude,
All
I'm
right,
telling you,
well,
I'm willing to bet.
I'm praying for you, man.
Love you guys.
I love you, bro.
Text the group chat and
I'm gonna
update
leave
us.
this recording, so keep talking. I'm gonna turn off the lights and put on the light.
All right, man. God bless you,
All
bro.
right. Love you guys.
Text the group chat and update us, okay?
I will.
Hallelujah.
All right, I'm
God
praying
bless
for
you, man.
Bless you, man.
Praying for your wife.
Hey, he's about to go have a baby.
Wow, how exciting is that, man?
Yeah, while on the podcast.
That is gonna be a great TikTok clip.
Dude, that's a moment that we need to save. Like that, like we need to clip that and save that for later on down the line.
You know, Dimitri's gonna save that.
Yeah, like we need to clip that and save it for later down the line. He found out that he was having his baby while recording the 2A podcast.
Yeah, man.
Dude, because I'm telling you,
that's incredible.
Dude, I'm telling you, just because like the water doesn't break, like she's in active labor right now, like contractions, or it's like inactive labor, right? Isn't it? Like technically she's like pre-labor or something, right? Yeah, it's like pre-labor.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh.
Yo.
How did you? I don't remember how we found it the last time, or found out where it was.
Okay, so I also emailed it to you. Okay, but for Zoom, if you open up your chat, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and download this. If you click on the image, did you click on the image in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, and did it open up a window with the picture?
Let me get out of everything. Let me get out of this. Click on. Alright, it's a window.
Alright, you know what? Hold on.
I just got mine up.
Never mind. No, well, you know what?
Hey.
There's one more thing I have to edit. Forget about that image. I'm sorry, guys. There's one more thing I gotta fix.
I'm sorry,
well,
I'm not that computer savvy.
You're good, dude. You're good.
You're good. Hey, actually, email it to me too. I'm gonna hop off and take care of my kid. So.
Okay, yeah, man. Well, It was a good podcast. We talked about some good stuff.
Yeah, and I know it's gonna be memorable for Dimitri.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
You know this.
It's gonna be memorable for him. This is one he won't forget. So, but all right, guys, you have a good one. I love y'all.
God bless you, bro.
Talk to y'all later.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Hey, bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Hey, listen, the main thing I want this podcast to be about, okay, is about us being friends, all right, and we fucking love guns.